Hi guys, this will be number 2 in my animal pet series. And okay, so when I was 3 years old, so it was probably about 1961, we had moved from the house that was across the street from the park and the zoo. And we moved to a place, I think it was called Lakeshore. And it just had a pretty good sized lake and a restaurant there that was all glass that you could overlook the lake as you're eating dinner or whatever. And then we had a bunch of mobile homes. So, and I was living with my grandparents then still. And so we moved there and we had a fenced in backyard. It was like a privacy fence, so like a 6-foot wooden fence all around our backyard. And I would go out and hang out with my grandpa when he was doing woodworking. He had a shed that he built, the shed, a wooden shed, really nice. And he had his bandsaw and all the woodworking tools out there, and he'd make little things. He was funny. Just a quick story about him. He would make like little coffins, and they were just like this big, that big. Square coffins with the little handheld things where you hold on to it, and the pallbearers carry it, the casket and all that, like all the details. And he even put R.I.P., rest in peace, and little golden letters on the top of it and everything. They were really cute. I wish I still had one. But then on the inside, it was all velvet lined, and he would put his cigarettes in there and a lighter. So it was like the last nail in your coffin. So he was very funny. But anyway, it was another nail in your coffin, So you take out a cigarette and smoke it, and everyone smoked except my grandma. So I always thought, oh, just grandmas don't smoke, right? So I grew up to smoke as well, along with my mom. Everybody smoked cigarettes. But anyway, he was funny, and I also I couldn't say grandpa, and my grandma would call him. Well, this is number 2 little story. My grandma would always call out to him, "Shut that bandsaw off. Lunch is ready, or dinner is ready. Shut that bandsaw off." So I thought his name was Bandsaw. I couldn't say bandsaw, so I called him Banshaw. So anyway, it's just kind of a funny story. But anyway, so in the backyard, this is the real story. In the backyard, I'd always find these little garden snakes. I mean, they were only about, 5-6 inches long. And I would get them and play with them and talk to them. And they would be all around and crawling up my arm and my shirt and everywhere. And I would play with them. I didn't play with them, but, I let them crawl around me, and I'd hold them in my hands. And then as soon as I thought or felt like they were getting, like they wanted down or something, or getting a little agitated or something like that, then I'd put them in the grass and I'd watch them crawl off in the grass. Anyway, they weren't my pets either, but I did this on the daily. So there was always garden snakes in our backyard, and I was probably about 3 years old. It was before kindergarten, so 3 and 4 years old, 5 years old is when I played with the snakes. I don't have a desire to have a snake, or to own a snake or have one as a pet. But I did like the little garden snakes. But the bigger snakes, they're a little bit scary. And I think that they're so instinctual. And other people may disagree with me on this, but I feel like they can't really be tamed. I know there's more docile snakes. Like I think the corn snake is one, and I don't know. But I think there's more docile ones, and then of course, you know, they can get aggressive, or different ones are aggressive, and then some are poisonous. So I don't know, just haven't ever really been into snakes, but I did like the little garden snakes. Okay, so if you guys have had any garden snakes or any pets, please leave in the comments. I would love to hear about all your pets. All right, okay. I hope to see you on the next one, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye.